What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Impel Forward Podcast.
I
I'm
we
your
want
host,
to say like
girl right here, Rene.
I we want to say like whoop whoop. I don't
What's
know.
going on?
Nothing. It's been a busy week. I'm glad it's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm ready. I'm ready. This week took me in.
Yeah,
Hmm
you always doing something. So,
I mean, for the most part, Saturday I didn't do anything. I stayed in the house all day.
oh
I,
yeah,
yeah, I'm. I try to keep a healthy balance.
oh
hmm
okay,
There's a lot of things going on this week in Durham, I would like to say, or surrounding areas. There's a lot of women, in business events. I believe there's a entrepreneur event going on in Durham
okay,
weekend. Yeah, that I've noticed. Um, I have to tag you in it
yeah,
if you have time. Barbers, y'all do be busy on the weekends.
yeah.
hmm
So we were supposed to have Crystal Taylor on tonight, but she can't be on. I got notification, just got notification for the show, but it's okay. We're still here.
We move. We
We
move.
Yeah,
Hopefully we'll be able to have her again, have her on a different time.
yeah,
But we look forward to her.
So y'all just stay tuned. But me and Renee, we go handle it. We go handle it for a little bit. Y'all will listen to us again. My country talking and she country too. She gonna be country with me.
I'm very country. I would like to say that. You
Yeah.
know. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out which one of my friends or family members won the lottery in Oregon, in Portland. The group chat's been quiet. I ain't really been seeing, I gotta go through my list of friends, family member contacts that live in Oregon, and
You
I need to see who's been silent,
you think
on social media.
you think somebody in your family won the lottery?
I think somebody I know or somebody that I know that don't know or maybe know from childhood, somebody won because the store where the ticket came from is like a well-known neighborhood where
Right,
a lot of people used to, grow up where I grew up in. I mean, of course it gentrifies, so it could be somebody different, but
right,
I'm just saying the streets are very silent and I don't understand why. Like,
right.
come forward. Come forward. In Oregon, they have a law though. You can't
Mm-hmm.
remain anonymous. So you got to come forward.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
you can't come covered up like on Kanye.
Nah, you can't come covered up like Kanye. Well, maybe, I don't know, but they still have to say your name, right? They have to
Uh-huh.
say your full name. Of
Right.
course, you have to pay taxes on that. But I was reading it. The store that sold the ticket, I think they get 100,000,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because they sold the ticket.
Right.
And then, of course, taxes is crazy, but they have an option of a one lump sum,
Mm-hmm.
or they can get I believe, $1.3 million a month for 30 years.
Right.
That's insane. Like, what would you do with that type of money? Because you can't even talk like you don't want to invest it because you don't want it to grow because the first gonna come around and you're gonna have another 1.3 million again.
Right.
You didn't think about that, right? My one friend was like, I don't know, invest. Why?
Wait a minute. Why you say not? Why you say not to invest?
Because you're getting 1.3 million a month for 30 years.
A month.
A month.
Yeah, you don't
So
need
you
this.
want the money to continuously grow? You're going to get more. Like, it's going to come to a point where it's becoming obsessive.
1.3 a month.
Right.
I don't think you.
What can you do with that? You
Well,
bought all your close friends, family member homes, and
yeah.
within a 3-month period, right? You bought them out with cash. You
Mm-hmm.
probably can travel the world and buy a house, overseas in different countries.
Uh-huh.
You bought everybody cars.
Yeah.
What
I don't
else
know
you
what you
gonna
can
do?
do with it. You can do a lot of stuff with it. But I
Right.
wouldn't I don't think you would need to invest though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you need to invest because it's going to be plentiful. And then, of course, if you can do a will, if you die, it goes to, you know what I mean? So what would be the reason to invest it, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, you
You
get
can
one.
buy a business. You can be like, I'm gonna buy a business in April.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. I don't know. He can do anything. But
Mhm.
look, hey, did you hear about the Joe Biden
Yeah.
daughter,
Mm-hmm.
the diary? Did you hear about that?
You told me we spoke, well, chatted briefly about it. Text
Right.
message.
What did you did you look it up?
I didn't look it up because I'm traumatized. Listen, first and foremost, I'm independent.
Uh,
So that's not the reason why I was traumatized. Just hearing them type of stories, I don't want to hear it. But then again, is it true though? Because Trump would have been all over that.
I didn't see nothing. I seen, of course, can't believe everything on social media. That's why I looked it up, but I couldn't find it. But
Mm-hmm.
they said that Joe Biden, this is what they said. I ain't said nothing.
Allegedly.
He allegedly
Mm-hmm.
taking showers with his daughter. It said it was in a diary, but I don't believe that. I believe that. I don't believe. I went looking for it, but I don't believe
You
that.
couldn't find it?
I couldn't
What was
find it.
it? One of like these theory podcasts or, little articles?
I don't know.
It
I
was
think
a
maybe
Fox.
somebody put it on Twitter or something. But say a lady stole the diary from a friend's house or something.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
gave her a month.
They gave her a month. Was it only a month?
Huh?
Was it only a month?
I think it was only a month. Is it just because of Joe Biden? Y'all hit the like button. If you just joining in, we're supposed to have Krista Taylor, the Queen curator, on here, but she had to be at another event, and I just got aware of that. But me and Rene, we still here. We're talking, chatting it up. Anybody want to come on and holler at us? And I'll bring you right on in. You want to come on the camera? If you ain't scared to, come on the camera.
Exactly. Listen, you're
Uh-huh.
right. She got a month.
Right.
She stole it and then she sold it.
Mm.
But whoever
Oh
she
yeah,
sold
right.
it to, it
But I
it's
don't believe
on on a couple of news outlets, podcasts, C-SPAN, Apple, but nobody's really talking about it. So I guess probably because they can't confirm it. You know what I mean? It's been through too many hands, so they can't confirm it.
Yeah. So anybody look, I'm recruiting people to come on right now. This is your time. We want to talk about the J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, the whole apology thing.
Oh goodness.
You
Was ruffling feathers on Facebook, I see.
yeah. A lot of people was real sensitive about that, especially the men.
Why?
Like everybody claiming because we hip hop heads, we want to see a beef, this and that. This is rap.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you shouldn't be so emotional about it. It's just rap.
What are your feelings about it?
My feelings is this. That's a grown man. He made a decision not to continue the battle.
Mm-hmm.
What's the big deal? The man said he had a family. I didn't hear that part. People saying he said something about, I don't know. He might have said it, but they're saying he said he had a family and kids or whatever. Or that's what people are saying. And he didn't want to continue with the beef. And he respect Kendrick Lamar. He said people push him to it, but some people say they don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the situation was, he just didn't want to continue. So what's the big deal?
That's true. He's very low key though. You don't really hear too much about J. Cole and beefing with anybody really. He's not so much in the limelight like their other artists that are a little bit more vocal, I would say.
Right.
So maybe that's another reason. It just doesn't fit his aesthetic.
They say he do take shots, here and there and say little things, but I don't know what it was.
I
mean,
don't think they
if
go
Kendrick
as
Lamar
far
would have
as
did the same thing, me personally, I would have felt the same way. Look, that's that man. He don't want to battle. Don't want to battle. Just because people say, well, Jay-Z and Nas did it, Pac and Big did it, so and so. So what? That was them.
right.
Everybody's different.
Agreed. I just don't think that fits him. He seems a little bit more. It doesn't to me. It doesn't seem like it fits Kendrick Lamar. I don't know, but maybe it does. He never responded, right? Did he respond?
Well, not yet. That thing Jay just dropped was last Friday.
Right. Did he delete it? The album? It was a whole album, right?
It was a whole album, but that 7 minute drill was the song everybody was talking about.
Did he delete the song or he deleted the whole album?
When I look for it on Tidal, it was still on there. Let me
Interesting.
see.
Hmm.
I'll look right now.
Take a look at that because I'm curious to see, did he remove the whole thing, and maybe he's just going to do he's gonna, what is it called, like resend it out.
Oh, I don't know. It might be gone. I don't see it.
Excuse me, re-release it. I'm sorry. Maybe that's
it's gone now.
It's gone?
No, it ain't. Hold on. It's still up here. It's still
okay.
Up.
Well, maybe he
the whole album's still up here.
Even that?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what Kendrick says in response to it, but I'm always late to the game.
Yeah, because you be out partying a lot. You don't
listen. I don't. Finally got my car.
So you finally got your car.
Yes.
So tell everybody about this car that you got.
Why? I want to be the only one with it. If I told everybody, then
Look, you said that you put it together yourself, right?
Yeah. So they have different like base models that you can, or different models that you can get. You can start with, the bottom line, the middle, and then the top. So when I said I built it, I started with the middle line because that one is called the Sport. So it had a more sportier look than all of the other models. But what I did was I upgraded it to everything that the top of the line one has. So when I was talking to my sales rep, he was like, oh, that's the reason why yours took so long, because we did have the particular one with the colors, but it didn't have everything that you requested or you built into it. So that's another reason why it took long. But listen, I'm excited. It was worth the wait.
So what kind is it?
It is called a Buick Envista.
A Buick Envista.
And nobody, when I posted the picture, everybody was like, wait, is that a Buick? Like nobody could really see what it is unless you kind of know the symbol. But it's a new line to Buick. They just started making it August of last year. It's not that many, but it's actually their top selling vehicle for 2023, 2024. So there's a long wait for them, depending on the state that you're in. But for the most part, I love her. She has the first, middle, and last name because she has a Black mom.
Are you talking about your car?
Yeah.
Just like that's a woman.
Listen, her name is Stormy Nicole Burden. So when you see her, that's her name, Stormy.
What made you think to give a car a name?
You don't give cars names? Your truck didn't have a name?
No, my truck didn't have a name.
What? That's crazy.
That's no. What made you think? What made you think of that?
Because she's gray, like a storm.
No, I'm talking about even thinking of a name to get your car.
Everybody I know names their car except for you.
Women or men too?
Women and men. Listen, I'm in like Buick and I'm like in groups, right?
Oh yeah.
Like Buick and Vista, like car groups. Before I even put a down payment and built that car, I joined the groups. I watched the YouTube videos. I watched consumer reports. I did all my research on this car before I made that purchase. And everybody in that group, their car has a name. Women and men, everybody has named their car. Whether it's one name, two names, three names, first, middle, and last, such as, what I have. But everybody has named their car something. So
is it everything you thought it would be?
It is everything that it was definitely worth the wait. I will say, because we do talk about, financials, being fiscally responsible. We touch on a lot of those things. If you're not ready, whether you have amazing credit, outstanding credit, all of the things, if you are not ready to make that leap, because car payments are no longer the same. They're not the same.
Even with a good credit score.
I have outstanding credit. Even with a great credit score.
And the interest was still the same if your credit score wasn't good. Well,
I don't know. No, I wouldn't say that. Say that.
That's what I'm about to say. But I be hearing
No.
Some
I
people say
wouldn't
that
say that, but we're
go ahead.
no longer in the days of the 2%, 3%,
Right.
even 4%,
Mhm.
let's keep it real, 5%. We're
Right.
no longer in those times,
Right.
right? So you really have to be fully committed to, if you want to jump, especially if you didn't have no car payment, such as
Right.
myself. I didn't
Yeah.
have no car payment, and then you're jumping into a car payment. So that's a healthy deduction that's taken out every month. So I think people really need to make those decisions.
What was the
Because
what was the need for you to okay? You didn't have no car payment, right?
I didn't have a car payment.
That's money that you keep in your pocket.
Right.
What was the need or why did you feel like you had to do that? You could have been steady investing that money.
I could steady invest that.
But I can't say this. I will say this. Uh, you don't have any kids.
No children.
I think you handle yourself pretty well when it comes to finances.
Yes, I'm definitely fiscally responsible. My
Right.
overhead is very low,
Very
right?
low.
Um, Mortgage, all of those things. So
Right.
when people are like, "Don't get a car," I own my house.
Yeah,
I
you own
only
your
have
house.
about 6 more years on my mortgage.
Yeah. See that's the difference. You got like you were just saying earlier. You got to know
Yes,
when or what you're getting into.
yes.
And are you
You
able
have
to?
to know, and are you able to do so? Remember,
That's,
I worked 2 jobs for a long time.
yeah, you did.
Remember,
Yeah, you did.
so that kind of helped. But you, if you're not ready,
Mm-hmm.
because listen, the $200-300 car payments is no longer. The $400 car payments are no longer. They were saying Dave Ramsey said something crazy. He was like, the average car payment now is between like
Is it
5 to 750.
Yeah, I think it's more than 5. Yeah, yeah, mine is about 5, 7, around 7. Yeah.
So you really, like I said, you got to be committed. I mean, at one point in time, leases were a great option, right? Because it would be like, it would be half of what your payment would normally be if you're financing, depending on your lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's no longer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Somebody think that's me.
What?
Oh, so I was looking at something else, a text.
Uh,
Anyways, yeah, you just got to be committed, people. Don't go in thinking that things are all gravy and it's back in the day. It's no longer. Leasing worked for me in my lifestyle, so I decided to move with that.
mm-hmm. Oh, so you leasing?
I'm leasing.
Okay.
That was better. I work from home. I do
Mm-hmm.
everything from home.
Right.
And I don't have a commitment to cars. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a commitment. You know me, I'll sell a car tomorrow. I'll make 2 payments and be irritated that I have to pay this, and I'll sell it.
Yeah.
So that was the best thing for me. And I sold the Camry. So the amount that I put down on my car,
Mm-hmm.
I sold the Camry for. So when I brought my car home after I paid for everything,
Mm-hmm.
the guy who purchased my Camry was already at my house.
Mm.
So it was just like an even swap. Like I didn't really see no money. He gave me way more than what the dealership would have given me. So it was just, it made the most sense.
So have you felt any kind of little regret that you bought it?
I don't feel any regret, but I've only, the first payment on a lease is included in that down payment. So,
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. But then May is coming up. I'm over here like sweating a little bit, like, oh, what's going on? But again, I think it's definitely a doable payment. Like I said, I have low overhead. I can still do majority of the things that I still do. So we'll see. Ask me in about 3 or 4 months. And we'll see, if I'm calling CarMax or Carvana or whatever, ask them, do they want to purchase a car from me? Somebody actually offered to buy it from me in the group, in my Buick and Vista group, because he'd been waiting since July. He was like, I'll fly down and pick it up from Indiana.
So do they have is this did they make a lot of them or a certain amount?
Supply and demand. So they're not I don't think they expected the demand to be so much because, they have other cars that are a little bit more popular. They have larger vehicles, the Enclave and all of those things. So,
right.
I think this kind of caught them off guard, and they are not making them fast enough for the demand of them. So a lot of people are like in the group, they're like, I've been waiting since July. I've been waiting since, early November of last year. One guy, I think he put a down payment, built one, put a down payment in the end of November. They already canceled his and said he had to request a 2025. He ordered a 2024. They requested, they canceled, and he had to go in and put a down payment on a 2025, but he won't get that until December. Right. So no regrets yet. I love her. It's just different going from an older model car to a newer car with all the bells and whistles. And you like, whoa, I don't have to turn my neck really to back out. Like, there's the camera.
Right. You mentioned Dave Ramsey. You like Dave Ramsey?
I think he needs to evolve. I like the other people around him. But,
what do you mean other people around him?
I like other people that are like under his, guidance. I think some of them are a little bit younger, and some of them are of, I relate more minorities, and they understand the struggle a little bit more. Dave Ramsey will be like, if you make 30,000, you should be able to 30,000 a year. You should be able to save 150,000. And you're like, how?
Right.
How? What are you talking about, sir? Like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I think he's good for some people.
Yes.
I say he's good for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be, again, just like I said with the car, you have to be committed, right? Because his snowball effect isn't for everybody. You have to really be strict with how you pay your bills, your amount, your allowance amount to yourself, and ensuring, things are getting paid on time and following his strict guideline. Well, his workbook, he says.
Yeah.
And if you're not fully committed, then it's not going to work out, and you're not going to reach your Dave Ramsey savings goal per se to pay off your debt.
He did a survey. I'm trying to look it up now. I forgot the number of people. He said the percentage of people he said that don't even have $1,000 emergency fund.
Yeah, I mean, that's real. I mean, especially now with inflation, right? A lot of people probably did, and then they had to use it for, some other emergency. And he speaks on that. He's like, you need to pay for emergencies and pay for bills and debt. And then whatever you have left, you should be putting that into that savings account to build that $1,000. But right now, a lot of people don't really have it. They're living check to check.
But even before the pandemic and prices started rising, people should have had at least $1,000 to just save it up, just sitting somewhere. But
that's true. That's true.
You don't think about it.
But people who make six figures don't really have a savings. They probably don't have 1,000. Really, what's your ultimate goal is to have at least 6 months of your monthly household expenses in your savings account. So if anything shall happen, you should be able to pay at least 6 months, because that's his thing where, you have that 6 months, you should be able to find a job or some sort of adequate financials to be able to pay your bills within that time frame. I know people who haven't found a job since COVID. So how would that work?
Yeah, people ain't found a job since COVID, man. It's a lot of jobs, man. People need help.
There are a lot of jobs, but
they don't want to pay.
There's a couple things that come into play with that. One, if you have been a civil engineer,
go ahead.
You're saying, man, I'm gonna work at Burger King in the morning, McDonald's in the evening.
Uber.
A lot of those.
Like someone say Uber. He don't say Uber. He said Uber.
Uber. A lot of those companies also are very intimidated with people who have a strong resume. They may say you're too overqualified, and they may foresee you quitting for something better in the future. So they won't even interview you, and they'll just disposition you out of their recruiting system altogether. I heard
about that.
Also, somebody who's making $300,000-$400,000 a year, you think they're gonna take something that that's paid $20-some and be okay with it?
Well, if you don't have a job at all since COVID, and I guess I hope some people is well off to last that long.
Mm-hmm.
But if you haven't had a job since COVID and you've been actively looking, you need to start doing something.
I know the job market is very hard. I have a friend. She put in over 100 applications and she didn't get not one interview.
So is she overly qualified?
I wouldn't necessarily say overly qualified. I think a lot of times jobs want you to, there's a couple things. Jobs want you to have all of these different degrees and different things, but they only want to pay you $15 an hour, right? You want to pay somebody with a master's degree $15 an hour? That's crazy. Also, somebody with the same exact experience, but they want you to work for less. And they don't want to pay you for that experience. So there's a lot of different factors that come into play, but also the whole work from home situation, right? A lot of people, work remote, i.e. myself, they want to continue to work for remote. They want to continue to work remote, right? So when you're applying for a work from home job, you're competing against the masses. Right. So you're competing against, people in all around the world, country, wherever, versus if you're willing to accept a job where you have to on site go into the office, you're only competing with the people within your state and within your community. So it makes the pool a little bit smaller than a work from home, 100% remote job where you're competing against the masses. When I got my job and I filled out the application, it was they had 900 applications. 900. I just had to have
when you apply for your job?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do it?
It didn't take me. I mean, I knew somebody and I had reached out to the person on LinkedIn and, I received a, referral, but it didn't take me long. I even went out the country. I told the recruiter, listen, I'm going out the country. I already got a job. You want me? You want me?
Right.
You don't. And it just came that way. It was better. But again, the job market it's rough out here. A lot of IT people are closing. AI is now, replacing a lot of people, their jobs. So it's just taking longer, and it's hard out here. So that $1,000, they probably have to move that over and use it every month, which they could have saved it.
What I always wanted to do. I said the other day, I'm gonna do it one day. I always wanted to be a waiter.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? No shade to waiters. No shade to waiters, and I'll explain after he tells me this.
I don't know. I just want to try it out. It just looked fun to me.
Really?
Yeah, it looks fun.
You should try it out. I can't be a waiter because my memory is bad. Like they would yell at me.
That's why you get the pad. Write it down. So
I know, but you don't see people with pads no more.
I know. Yeah. I had that experience. We had that experience at a restaurant one time. Dude was like, "Oh, I forgot my pad. Oh, I don't need my pad. Tell me what you want." We tell them everything. I say, "No." I said, "Go get your pad." "No, I got it." Tell them everything.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Like, man, go get the pad, man. Pride.
Exactly. That would be me.
I always want to be a waiter though. Yeah.
You should. Where would be the restaurant you would wait at? Or I picture you more of a bartender.
Nah, I don't want to be no bartender. I don't know about drink. Everybody be drunk because I be pouring everything. See, look at you talking about a bartender. Had to be you talking about a bartender.
No, because I'm not good at making drinks. Everybody gets a gin and tonic. Everybody get a gin and I don't care what you order. It's gin and tonic.
Probably a sports bar.
Okay.
Something like that.
Like Buffalo Wild Wings?
Nah. Something like Tobacco Road Cafe. Is it Cafe Tobacco Road downtown Durham?
Okay. Are they still open?
Yeah, they're still open.
I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, something like that. Now, what would you go say about waiters or waitresses?
I was just gonna say I couldn't do it because I don't have the memory for it. Like, I would be like the person who messed up your order and have to go back and apologize, and I don't, that would make me feel bad.
He ain't had no pad. He was hard headed.
Yeah. See, I know my strengths and weaknesses, and that just it's not it for me.
The only thing I'd be scared of is dropping something.
That too. I'm clumsy too.
The whole tray.
So there's that. But those who do it and they're great at it, big ups to y'all. I tip well, especially if you do amazing, because I believe in great customer service.
Yeah. What's your have you ever had a job that you didn't want? And have you had that job that you do want, or did want and it met up to your expectations? Have you ever had that?
Like a job I didn't want, and I had to take it.
Huh?
A job that I didn't want, and I had to like take it, or
that. And have you met your expectations at a job? You know, something that you really wanted to do, and you there and you're doing it.
I would say a job I didn't want. I had a telecruiting job. You know, when you like call people and try to sell them something or whatever. Right. I got that job and got fired. That just was not for me. I didn't. My sister worked there and she hyped it up. It wasn't for me.
Right.
I got a job at the Nordstrom warehouse. Why did I work at Nordstrom? It's in Oregon, and it's like on a conveyor belt, and you're like putting clothes on a rack and all this other stuff. And you know me, I'm taking too long. The clothes piling up because I'm looking at it. I'm picking it up like this is cute. I'm not even putting it on
the job.
The clothes just piling up. I hated that job. And I remember that the shift leader, she was like, see you tomorrow. I was like, yep. I never went back.
Right.
I was like, no, that ain't for me.
Hold on. A commercial break. Look, for those of you who are listening, we supposed to have Crystal Taylor on here tonight, but we got a message said she couldn't hop on. So me and Rene just here chatting. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you want to come on, if you hear us talk about something that's interesting, you want to hop on, let me know and I'll bring you right on in.
Oh yeah, we welcome all of our guests. Yeah, I think my job and what I do now is definitely in my career path. So it aligns with how I've kind of created my career.
Mm-hmm. So I used to when I came home from prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking. First, I started off. I know one time I was on food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't like it, not because I was embarrassed, but give me some food stamps. I go in the store with them.
Right.
You got to fill out the paper. I think it was every week, letting them know what you're doing, if you're finding a job. I got tired of filling out that paperwork. I wanted to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that for a while, but I used to throw newspapers too.
Really? Did you like that job?
Nah, I had to do it. I had to work.
You probably was tearing people a little porch and stuff up, just throwing it.
Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, going to throw newspapers. I'm gonna tell you why I stopped.
Why you stopped?
So I'm on Fayetteville Street.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing papers, boom, boom, throwing. I get to this one house, so I had to walk up on it. It had like a little alley.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I got to that door, a dude just shot out from the back.
Oh my God.
I don't know. He thought I don't know what he thought. I don't know what he was doing or nothing. He just shot out from the back.
Mm-hmm.
He scared me so bad I froze. I couldn't even move. Like I just froze. I couldn't even move. That was my last day throwing papers.
You didn't know what was going on. You just know it was. Was you on a bike? Like, did you have like
No, I have a car.
Okay.
Don't think about the car. I had apartment complexes. I always throw papers at, and park your car, go up the steps, all the apartment. Yeah.
You didn't like toss it because I would have been tossing it. Like I ain't going to all them. I might have did a couple, but as I got tired, please.
Some places, you can just toss it out the window, but some places you had to go and actually place the paper. Stuff like that. But that's why with the job thing now, I'm like, man, people should go find something to do. I threw paper. Now, one time I found myself sitting in a what you call it? What's in places where you just go in labor finders or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting in one of those one morning. I can believe I think that's one of the time I was like my lowest as far as feeling a type of way.
Why?
Like, I'm sitting in a labor, like I ain't had no job. So I'm sitting here like I'm looking at the people in there. I'm like, I can't believe I'm sitting in here with these people trying to go work because they know they're coming pick whoever want to go work somewhere.
Right.
I was like, man, I couldn't believe I was there. So,
I mean, listen, you had to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how it is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, especially when you know, I had to, do what I had to do coming home. I wasn't going to sit around. So that's why with this job thing, you go in certain places and they talking about they can't find people to hire and work. I'm like, it's too many ways to make money out here now.
Yeah, but also jobs are still paying what 2019. They're not paying with. They're not going with the flow of the market, right? You talk about inflation and food, and you see that, right? Yeah. So you can't continue to pay something, pay what you were paying, in 2019. One store is paying 15, Target paying 15, Costco paying 19. What's keeping me from leaving Target to go to Costco, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a competitive. These companies need to be a little bit more competitive with their pay and also with the flow of the market.
So I drive Uber right now. It's a lot of things I would do.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
If I didn't have the barbershop and wasn't cutting hair, there's a lot of things I do. I drive Uber now, but I don't have time.
Yep,
it's something I want to do too.
I mean, what you want to drive Uber?
Yeah,
you should do it. You have time.
I don't have the time. I don't got
what
time.
You mean? Some people do Uber at night, 10, 11.
That's what I'm saying. I got that time.
You can turn your little thing on at 9 and go hang around the airport or whatever. Matter of fact, you're going out of town next week. You gonna Uber? You gonna start it at?
I Uber without Uber. Hit me up. Just hit me up. I'll take y'all way out of the airport where y'all need to go. Get the tips ready, change ready.
Oh, so you don't want the third party?
Yeah, I don't want the third party.
You don't want the middleman?
No, I want the middleman.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I love to do. But then the thought I had was people, smoking and drinking.
Well, I think there's rules and things for that, right? That you can be on there, and I think there's like a deposit, or if they mess up your car, you can charge them an additional fee or whatever, like that. But I mean, I know people who've made a lot of money off Uber and Lyft.
But if I do it, I want to do it. I want to do it right. I had to get me another SUV and ride. And ride in style.
There's a thing because again, I'm in a lot of groups, and I'm in this these luxury groups and Target groups and everything. It's a lot of things out there for women as far as like delivery and food delivery and groceries and picking up groceries. For some reason, y'all men don't be picking out the groceries right.
What do you mean?
When you can order groceries first. You can order what you want, your groceries, and they go pick it up or get it from the store and drop it off to you at your house.
So you saying the men don't, when they go in the grocery store, they don't pick it up right?
From what I'm seeing, I don't do that because I like instant gratification and I like to go into the stores. But a lot of people in these groups get really upset when a man, I guess when they submit the order, goes into a queue and it can be assigned to a man or a woman. But a lot of, my guess is they don't want the men picking out their groceries because they say y'all not really good at it. And y'all be messing up, or you don't pick up something, or, if there's a substitute, y'all get something totally different than what it is. And so I hear, or what I read is a lot of my good sisters, they'll cancel the order if they see a man pick up their order. So it's room out there.
Do they have a type of rating or something that you can see their rating?
Yeah, you can see their ratings. I believe, I don't know. I don't do groceries shipped to my house. I've only done it via Amazon. I've never did it specific to a store like Wegmans and Publix and all of that. Right. But they do complain a lot, and they do tell me they will cancel if they see a man pick up the order, and they'll just keep doing it until a woman picks it up. So that leads me to believe there's room for me, some additional money if I choose to be like a grocery person.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, I end up doing the same thing a man might do. I'm like, listen, I ain't going to be sitting up here listening to no watermelon and all of that. You get what I give you.
That's so I wouldn't want to do that, go grocery shopping. A lot of people do it. They say it's good money, though.
It is good. Every time I go into Wegmans and Publix, all I see is people with their little headphones on, shopping, looking at their phone and doing the grocery thing. It's money to be made out there.
Hey, speaking of that, you talking about a man, this one guy, he told me he left somebody groceries in his trunk and forgot it. He had picked the order.
That's something I would do.
Yeah,
I heard stories
gotta
about
pick
people
water.
like the DoorDash driver was hungry, so he just decided to eat the person's food.
Oh wow,
Like, and sent the message like, "My bad, I was hungry. I ate your food."
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not into it. But at least I know it's something out there if I choose to want to, go out and make some more money. Because listen, I'm not embarrassed. I worked at Crate and Barrel for years, off and on, as a second job, but I loved it.
Is that the job you was working? What
At South Point?
South Point.
Yep.
Oh, that's a store. Okay. I didn't know that was a store.
I'll go work there again, but they just need to know yesterday's prices and today's price, and I don't think they got that. So,
oh man, that's just a part time. Why I got?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But you got your main job.
It doesn't matter. I'm still laboring for them. So why do I have to be satisfied with something that they paid me back in, when did I quit? In 2022. Why do I have to accept the same pay in 2024 when the expectations change daily, monthly, all of those things?
Because you like it?
Now, if you increase the price of the store, then you need to increase the price of your workers that's doing the job.
What is Crate and Barrel? What's in that store?
They have like furniture. It's furniture, accessories, like glassware, dishes and all of those things, bedding, pillows, bedding, like beds. So it's just a all-in-one kind of furniture accessory store, housing accessory store. Crazy enough, speaking of J. Cole, I was his wife's designer, and I did their setup. I designed their setup for their dining room area.
Okay.
His wife came in, and I helped her create that space. They had just bought their house, and she was setting up she wanted a table set up for their dining room. So I helped her with that. I felt, really good. She was really nice.
So why? Speaking of that, what I'm about to ask you.
What?
What are we waiting on?
Waiting on what you mean?
What you just said. You said that you help.
Oh, designing, helping people design. Crazy.
I got a homegirl. I'll send you her information. She does a lot of that.
Yeah, my homegirl, May, who I'm friends with, she is in competition to. She's a designer. She does. She's a home designer and she's a jewelry designer.
Okay.
She's in competition to design Sway from the morning show in New York, his house. She's competing with one other person, and it's crazy. We were talking about it when we had dinner on Sunday, and she was asking me, like, if she won, she had to fly to New York and design his house. Would I accompany her if I had time or whatever? And I'm like, absolutely, because my ultimate goal, I want to design a man cave. That is my dream thing. I want to design a man cave.
Hey, hold up. Wait a minute. You starting here?
I'll start there. Listen, I'll start there. But my ultimate goal is design a man cave.
Okay, you starting here. Even though I got to say it like it was, we starting right here.
Yeah.
When are you ready?
Whenever you're ready. Because I like dark, even though you see pink, this is my office and beauty room. So of course it's super girly. But for the most part, I like deep, rich tone. I like a very my aesthetic is either, Miami Art Deco. I can do the whole, modern neutral, but I like deep, dark colors, like your navy blues, your blacks, and all of the deep.
That's my favorite color, blue. You see
listen, my downstairs bathroom, my half bathroom is a deep, dark black navy, like a black navy blue.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. We didn't talk about you doing. I was in your ear talking about
you was my other homeboy too. He was like, man, but I don't know. I gotta be feeling it. But my goal, I want to create a man cave. I think it would be lit.
Right. So tell me what's holding you back from starting to do that?
I think it's because that is kind of my number one thing. It's like a goal that I want to do, that I love to do, right?
What's your number one thing?
I want to come out with a eyeglass line.
Okay.
Sunglasses, eyewear.
Right.
And that
So
was
why you
I was
started
it was something I started in 2019, and then COVID hit.
Okay.
And so now that I'm getting back in the groove of things, I can start it back up. Remember, I've only been at this job a year and a half. So I'm just getting my foot in the door as far as really understanding my job, my employees' responsibilities. And now I'm at a space right now where I can take on additional tasks and do additional things because my, day-to-day corporate job is, I've learned it and I know where I fit in at. So
Right. Okay.
yeah. So that's the reason why I
Okay.
dibble and dabble, but I
Yeah.
have,
We
did
gotta
things outside of my house.
action.
Hmm?
We gotta put something in action.
I know. I really wish you would have let me design your barbershop.
Yeah, you could have.
You
I
just
think
popped out of the blue. You was just like, I'm cutting hair around the corner. I was what?
Yeah, I'm going around the corner.
Going around the corner. What's going
I
on?
did a good job picking out the colors though. People love my color.
I love that blue is amazing.
Yeah.
That blue, you did good.
And with the
I
gray.
could,
Yeah.
as some finishing touches, but you just did it so quick. You was like, I'm around the corner. I'm like, well, talk about moving silent. You did that because I don't even think you told me that. And you have been cutting my hair way before that.
Yeah, I want to get. I like to get things in motion before I start talking.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, you did that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I like that.
Listen, I got to get on Phil. See, the whole Easter Valentine's Day thing has taken on a whole new situation.
What happened?
I must have posted something, and Phil was like,
"Oh, I seen it. I seen it the other day. I seen it. Yeah.
Listen, I should have never told y'all that story.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
And I get nervous. I'm like, do we see it? Because the guy I'm Facebook friends with, we cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, I hope you don't, if he did, he did. Like, whatever. But I mean, Phil ain't gonna let it slide.
Yeah.
At all.
Ain't gonna let it slide.
Especially when Easter just came past. He really memories, huh? Yeah.
I'm still. You talking about that, but I'm still thinking about getting this room right here. Yeah. We gotta do that.
I got you.
And I think we're gonna set it off. This gonna be the start. You doing your what you call it? I call it decoration. What you call it?
Interior design.
Interior design. Yeah, that's it.
Add finishing touches on that. Yeah. So
that's been over. Has that been over a year?
What?
Since I been trying to tell you need to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, it has been over a year. But then I took on this room and then my other room. Now I'm finishing up my my laundry room, which is lit. It's gonna be like an emerald green, dark emerald green, flat. It's pretty dope. So I do it myself. That's what people don't know. Like,
I know that.
All that.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, well, you know that, but most people don't. But I got you. I definitely help you out.
Yeah, I'm ready now. Yeah, I'm around. I'm ready now.
You want the same blue that's in your shop?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking about that last week.
We could do that. I think it goes with your aesthetic, so it follows kind of how you created things. We can definitely do that. Yeah. Hook you up.
And then when we officially get this is my goal right here.
You want to put that out there? Or you want to which I want to
put it out there. No, I won't.
You move in silence. I'm trying to
you're right. You're right. You're right.
I know where you're going though, because we talked about it. I know.
Yeah, we talked about
it. So I'm with it. But you know what else is coming up? I saw Now Church 5-year anniversary.
Oh yeah, 5-year anniversary. And I sing Sunday.
You sing on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm singing Sunday. Yeah.
You gonna be shooba doopy?
Yeah, I'm be a shooba doopy.
No, but they're having something. Shout out to Now Church and Pastor Nate and Lady T. Yeah, my good people.
Yeah, shout out to Now Church. P Nate.
P Nate.
Yeah, that's what I call him. Call him P. Yeah.
We gotta have him back with all of his wisdom that he be throwing out there for the good people. People love that.
Let me see something real quick.
We need to get some of our past guests, but we have some good upcoming guests. That's what people don't know. Like, as soon as we finish those confirmations, we really gotta, we gotta good lineup. It's just everybody is busy.
Yeah,
so
everybody's busy.
Fitting them into their, fitting us into their schedule has been just a little bit tricky. But I mean, we got some good people coming up. I'm excited.
That's one thing about this podcast thing. You got to, if you're not a celebrity or
doing
it for a while, it's a little harder to get people on and do it like that. But it takes time and consistency. So.
It does. A lot of people say yes, but again, it's like, fitting into their schedule, especially with the people we have coming up because they do a lot. So we have some movers and some shakers coming up, some people with some great stories and life events.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get Crystal on here again and get some people to come back. And we got to do the Black business thing I talked to you about.
Yeah, we got to sit down and talk about it and see how we're gonna do that. I guess.
Yeah. So great things coming, people. We got some good guests coming up. I think everybody will be excited about it. We want to bring awareness to the community. I think that would be great and offer some advice to keep people pushing in their entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah. That's
no matter the background, no matter what they've gone through, or So
I ordered 2 more books today too to put in the library, the barbershop library.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing I love. Like when I get new people in the shop, that's one of the things they compliment the books.
Yeah.
And most of the time, most of them, oh, I read this book. Oh, I read that book. Oh, that's a good book.
Mm-hmm.
I had a guy last week. He's like, man, I love your library in here. Your book, I'm like, even though the ones I got in there, I have for a while, but I'm starting to get some new ones. I ordered 2 new ones today. So.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, you accepting new clients?
For the barbershop?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always accepting new clients.
Oh, okay.
I should put my link in here, but I can't look. Impel Barber Studio, Durham, Chapel Hill Boulevard. Come and see me. Impel Barber Studio. Everything Impel. Everything Impel.
Everything Impel. You got to keep the aesthetic going. I sent somebody to you. I don't know if they came to you.
What's the name?
Start with an L. Landis.
I don't know. Sometimes people.
I think he has a bald. Bald, but he has a beard.
I don't know. Maybe he ain't hit me up yet. But sometimes people send somebody to me. They don't tell me.
Yeah.
Well, I cut one dude last week. New guy. He waited the whole time and told me. Matter of fact, he asked me, "Do you know so and so?" I'm like, yeah. Then he told me it was. I'm like, oh, okay. So,
yeah.
Mostly sometimes people when they first come, they're like, yeah, so and so introduced me or told me about you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
some people old school too. You have structure. You have your app, book through your app, all of those things you want.
Yeah, you can find me on Booksy, Impel Barber Studio on Booksy.
On Booksy.
You can Google Impel Barber Studio. And I'm looking for a new barber. I'm looking for a barber. An experienced barber who has a little clientele. Got to have a little clientele.
Okay.
Yeah. I do accept new barbers coming out of school, but sometimes it's hard for them to build clientele, but I'm looking for a new barber who already has clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have clientele out there, contact me, Impel Barber Studio.
That would be amazing. Also, someone who's wanting to learn and, in a great environment.
Yeah.
You want to be listening to Sexy Red at Impel Barbershop.
No Sexy Red.
You're not going to be listening to Sexy Red at Impel. So if that's what you're going for, you got to let people know about the fit. If that's what they're going for or wanting to hear. And
Gotta be
That
willing to work. Gotta be a people person. Got to love people. Speak to people when they come in the door. Uh, everybody is different, but you're working in an environment like that.
mm-hmm.
You got to be a people person.
Yeah. The attrition rate is hard owning a barbershop, right? Keeping barbers, like keeping barbers there. I mean, you've had barbers
Yeah,
that's been there for years, but it's
that's
always
it's a turnover because
mm-hmm.
some people are impatient. Some people don't want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't know how to grow. Some people won't listen to how to grow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Some of them are younger, some of them are older. It's just hard. Sometimes it's hard to groom people to do what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
In the barber industry. Then sometimes you got older barbers who've been cutting for a while, but you can't tell them nothing.
Right.
So it's hard.
Find that. I mean, so many. Do you think North Carolina is saturated with barbers?
Yes,
oversaturated. I would say. Let me say.
I won't say oversaturated.
Mm-hmm.
It might be more saturated with bad barbers than good barbers.
Oh.
But when I say that, I mean skilled barbers and know how to actually cut.
Okay.
But because you got a lot of barbers, they, including me, I'll say that. But I knew what I was gonna be a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a while to get there.
Right.
Got a lot of people who become barbers just because they say they want to be their own boss.
Mm-hmm.
Do nothing. They don't want to listen to nobody.
Right.
They want to make their own schedule. But if you come out of barber school or you don't have your own barbershop, even though it's not your typical job as far as corporate and you're not listening to a big boss, you still go listen to somebody.
Yeah.
They'll have own other barbershop you have to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You can make your own schedule because some barbershops do commission.
Mm-hmm.
Some just do booth rent. If you do booth rent, I don't care if you're doing booth rent or commission. If you moving, you cut 3 or 4 heads, then you be ready to leave.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of money are you making? What are you really doing?
Right.
Some of them do that. So it's some of them do it just for a hobby.
Yeah.
And some people don't consider barbering a real job.
Why?
I don't know. It's just turning like, well, this ain't no real job. I'm like, what you mean it ain't no real job? Somebody told me that before. This ain't no real job. I'm like, what you mean it ain't no real job? This is a trade. I said on my feet, look, my feet be hurting now. My feet be cutting hair.
It's labor intensive. Like you always on your feet, moving your head, back, carpal tunnel, all of that, wrist, hand, all of,
Yeah. When I go to chiropractor, he tell me, I'm leaning over a lot, cutting hair, shoulders slumping forward,
You think as you get older, if you cut hair, you're going to like be only, that's how you going to
lean over?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know how long I'm going to cut hair.
Yeah.
I don't plan. I can't see myself doing it, being in there when I'm in my 60s.
You might need a back brace.
No, I'm good. As long as I stay in the gym, doing my back exercises, going to the chiropractor.
You're going to be in denial if you want to.
No, my man, hey, look, John Scotton. Shout out to John Scotton. John in his 60s. John still, I mean, 60 ain't old.
60 ain't old.
Yeah, it ain't that.
But you want to preserve what you have. So you're,
Yeah.
Those back muscles, you gotta in your legs and your kneecaps.
That's why I'm in the gym every morning. Well, at least 3 or 4 times out of the week.
Yeah, you gotta keep them making these. How you gonna be able to function?
No, I don't want no making these now. That's why I stay in the gym. That's why I stay doing different types. So I don't just work out. I don't just lift weights. I do a little bit of everything. Stretching, mobility, movements, balance,
all those things.
Yeah, all that.
For sure.
A lot of guys in the gym just work out and just lift weights. No, I do it all. Look, I told you about my rich life. Yoga, I got to get back into yoga though. I need to get back into that.
Me too. I need to get back in Pilates, but they made me upset. So once you make me mad, I don't be want to deal with you like that. Yeah. But I really I liked it as something in addition to, because a lot of times you don't stretch correctly when you're doing it on your own or you're doing it with someone else. But if you go to Pilates or yoga, you gonna stretch. You gonna make sure muscles that you never even knew existed, you gonna come out feeling that. And I like that. Yeah. But I have to get back to it. Oh, I have to ask you.
What?
Your thoughts on OJ's passing.
Man, I just found out about it today. I didn't even know he passed. They said it happened yesterday.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Maybe they just talked about it today or something. Maybe they announced it today.
I don't know. I heard about it.
What's your thoughts?
He didn't do it. It didn't fit. Nah, I don't really. I'm sad for the family. But, a guy asked me today. He said, OJ going to hell, ain't he?
Somebody posted the same thing, and I was like,
yeah. I said, what you mean he going to hell? I said he ain't do nothing. I said, hey, if it didn't fit, they'll quit.
I mean, but we're not the determining factor at the very end, so we don't know. But somebody did bring that up. They was like, do you think he's going? And I'm like, wow. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, okay, he died.
Oh, somebody put that on. So somebody put that on social media.
Yeah,
that's probably why he asked me that. Then he probably seen it on social media.
Yeah, because it's been a topic like, where is he going? And
really,
is he gonna meet the people? He gonna eventually see the people that he unalived, allegedly.
That's crazy.
And then the family is like suing for his assets because he had a civil suit against him for millions of dollars, but I guess he's only paid like $135,000 of that. So now, like, since he's dead, the families want to take all of his assets and all of those things. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be more to come on that. But
I didn't know he had cancer.
I didn't either, because he seemed like, I feel like I just saw him on an interview recently and he looked just fine in his car or something. I don't know.
I think he may have been on the was it Cam and Mace show? I think.
Oh, was he?
I think. I ain't sure. It seemed like I seen him on that.
Yeah,
sure. But most people, I just talked to at least 5 people about it, and everybody said they didn't know he was sick. So I don't know. He hit it pretty well.
Very. What's your thoughts on the upcoming election?
I don't know. I ain't really been paying attention. I need to pay more attention just so I can talk more about it. I don't.
I mean, the options aren't that great, right?
No, I don't got Crazy Joe and what's Donald Dump.
I mean, I wish it was somebody else.
Hey, look, whoever has the best tax plan for me.
Taxes to me this year was better than last year. I was pleasantly surprised when I did my taxes. I was like, oh, okay. Something changed.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't owe as much as I did I didn't owe this year like I did last year. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I ain't complaining about it. I'm just, I'm okay with it. But I wish there was like a Democrat, a Republican, and an independent running at the same time. You know what I mean? Because the independent has point of views from both angles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it would have been great for us to have a third option versus like one or the other.
Yeah, true.
But the independent never gets through because I think wasn't Bernie
Sanders,
he was an independent, right?
I think. I know a lot of people like what he was talking about, but I don't know.
I mean, there's that, but whatever fits your tax bracket, I guess.
Dr. Claude Anderson. You heard of Dr. Claude Anderson? I don't know if he's originally from High Point or Winston. Which one is it? He's from one of those, Winston or High Point. I can't remember. But he have a book book called Powernomics. You might have seen it in the shop.
Yeah.
Powernomics
Mm-hmm.
talks about the Black Party. Something. Matter of fact, he helped Ice Cube put that little thing together a couple of years ago, where you know
Yeah.
put something together, a plan to guarantee something for the black people.
Okay.
No matter if it's Democrat or Republican.
Mm-hmm.
But he talks about that a lot. Don't be voting for just Democrat or Republican.
Right. So
Go
he's
with
independent?
go who's going to do something for us. But I don't know when that's going to ever be.
Yeah, but it can't be for the best person, best taxes. We got to look as a whole.
No, that was for me. No, that was what I was saying.
Everybody's tax bracket is different, right?
Yeah. But them taxes though, that's what hurt a lot of us,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Have you did your taxes yet? Time's a ticking.
Huh?
Time's a ticking. Have you submitted your taxes yet?
Oh yeah, we did them on Monday.
Did you see a difference?
Yeah, I saw a difference.
See?
Yeah. But that's because I had a strategy.
But the brackets did change though. So it
Yeah.
was a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you had a strategy. Maybe one day you'll share that for the people, for the entrepreneurs and the married entrepreneurs and all of those great things.
That's one of the new books I ordered too. It's a tax book.
Really?
Yeah. That's the thing. We just got to know the laws, and we got to play their game.
Really? So you strike the fence?
Huh?
You play in the sand with your taxes? I don't play in the sand.
No, I do what's right. It's legal, but you just gotta know what to do. That's all.
Okay, I'm saying
one of the things about refunds, a lot of us over years, and we thought when we get money back, that was a good thing. But
no, that means you overpaid throughout the year.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people just like, yeah, I'm getting this much back. Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's almost like a savings account, right?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
If you treat it that way. But me, I'm always praying, and that's why I did mine last Sunday. I'm always praying like,
yeah,
I know an amount that I want to, if I had to pay, I don't want to go over a certain amount, or I either want to break even, or if I get some money back, okay, great. But my ultimate goal is to break even.
That's the ultimate goal, to break even, or pay as little as you can.
Pay as little as, and I have that in my mind. I have a certain bracket, and I pay as little as I can, and I pay, if I had to pay it, it's going to be with a credit card so that I can get some Sky Miles so I can go on a trip. So you got to make it worthwhile.
Right.
To get something back so you can enjoy it.
Hey, Dave Ramsey don't like no Sky Miles.
I don't know why. I don't know. So that means his book should be for free if he shouldn't be benefiting from it. But listen, Sky Miles reward cards. If it works for you, do it.
No, his book shouldn't be for free because you ain't go working. What's it called? Crate
Barrel.
You ain't go working Crate and Barrel for free.
No, I'm not. But I'm also not gonna tell them how they fund their books or they budget and they monthly expenses either. How are you gonna force me to save money, but I gotta purchase your book? So that means my money that I was saving or you want me to save, I gotta pay towards your book.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Exactly. Exactly. Why the math ain't mathing.
But he do give a lot though. He give away a lot too.
Well, we'll see. We'll see with the upcoming car payments. If y'all see car for sale, I've had it. Just kidding. It won't. Hopefully, I wouldn't never have to be in a position to do that. But I'm here to help people. Or they can go see Dion if they need a small business loan or some sort of loan to get their business started, right?
Yeah.
As self-help in Raleigh.
You got to get with Dion too. I thought about her and somebody else I need to talk
Anthony?
to. Not Anthony. It was Dion because we supposed to do that thing for barbers.
Yeah.
Need to email her about that. I thought about that today, actually. You need to follow up.
Yeah, definitely. And I told her I was gonna see that. Kia's still doing her thing with being within Durham and being a community leader and a service person.
All right.
I donated to her one of her charities on behalf of us. So shout out to Kia, Mistaken ID.
Shout out to Kia.
Mm-hmm. And Mavis donated. I always donate. People don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. She finally posted her class in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I forgot what the name of it is, but yeah. Doing some good things.
Yeah.
And I need to go scrimp chat too. I need to go ahead and slide over there.
I know she's doing my hair on Saturday, so I was like, man, I should go early or go right after and get some food and then see. Or, because I'm her girl, maybe when I'm sitting under the dryer, she'd go get me
crazy
another sandwich. Nah, but maybe we can get a lifetime pass from one of our guests.
Yeah.
We have to throw that out there and see how it lands.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes.
And, we'll be back next week. Well, look, every Thursday. Well, we'll figure it out. But
yeah,
because I like this right here, like you said, with people's schedules, we don't have no set time. We can just hop on when we can. So
exactly.
Might do 2 a week. Oh, I got another idea. I'm gonna talk to you about it. But,
all right. Okay.
All right, y'all. Once again, we supposed to have Crystal Taylor on. She couldn't attend. She couldn't hop on. She had another function she had to do. So hopefully we'll get her on later. I hope y'all enjoyed me and Rene just talking.
Send us some questions. We love that.
Yeah, send us some questions. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about.
And some topics.
Topics.
People want us to talk about relationships. We might have to make it happen for the people because we didn't.
I've been trying to dodge that. God, I'm so tired of those. Oh, I'm so tired of those.
We got to give the people what they asked for. We've been asked more than once.
Woman, this.
We got to give the people what they want. Who knows?
What they want. And well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. There you have it for another episode of the Impel Forward Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.